Here we have the current stock market update for Super Micro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comment section below so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the 1 hour price chart. Each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, share prices are continuing to sort of grind through upwardly through this resistance level that we have been watching for this stock. So really this comes in right around 48.50 or so. And we've been watching this level now for quite a while because, we can't call this a triple top. I wouldn't even call this a quadruple top. This is 6-7 tests at this point. I mean, this is a lot of activity that is going on at the top of this chart formation here. And I would really refer to this as an ascending triangle pattern. You have this sort of triangle base here at the top of the structure. And then you have this ascending trend line here as well, which has managed to maintain itself and continue to force prices higher. So, in my view, this is really an underrated chart pattern. It's a bit of a simple chart pattern. But in my view, in my experience, this is really pretty predictive in terms of, indicating upward price movement. Because really what we're looking at here is a series of higher lows. So this tells us that the market is continuing to find buyers at higher and higher levels. And then at the same time, we continue to sort of press into this resistance area. So, it hasn't really broken yet convincingly to the top side. So it's not exactly what you want to see if you're long the stock. But, in my view, these are really, these are very simple patterns, but they're very underrated because they do tend to have a fairly high predictive ability in terms of suggesting upward price breakouts, especially when you see the share prices break through the top like this. So this is what is occurring here. And we have seen a bit of a higher high at the moment. This prior strange sort of price high that we saw came in at 50.10. The reason I say this was strange is because if we were to look at this on a different time frame, what you actually saw with this big red candle here was a price gap in the upward direction, and then at the market open, and then share prices just completely collapsing after that. It was a very strange event because you got this bullish gap that formed, and then share prices just completely reversed. So, it's a bit of a strange resistance zone here, but what we're starting to see now is that share prices are breaking through this area. So this is bullish. The price high now comes in at, I believe it's 50.34. Yes. Okay, so we'll write that in on the price chart here. So, this is sort of the near-term resistance level, but I don't think that this is the end of the story here. We have seen a lot of, two-way price action, and I don't want to get anybody's hopes up here because, if you're going to give an award to the worst stock of the year or the most difficult stock of the year, this might be, a choice that would win that award because there's just been so much going on here in two directions. But it's been a very difficult stock to trade. So, hopefully, the people that have been watching this videos, hopefully some of the people that are long, and I know that there are many people that are long this stock, hopefully, some have been able to sort of average down a bit and get some of this price action down here at these lower levels, because that will ultimately, pay off if we do see share prices move higher. It's been a very difficult trade, no question about it. But if we do see share prices move higher, I mean, this actually turns into a buying opportunity that you might not have had otherwise. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword here, positives and negatives. So, as it currently stands here, I feel pretty bullish about what I'm seeing here. This is a series of higher lows. We're running into this kind of $50 resistance level here, but we're grinding through it. And then when we do see failures here, they're very small. They're not very big. So, other than this kind of strange candle here, you've got a bit of a downside movement like this, even smaller downside movement like this. And then now you're starting to see some new highs here. So, to me, this, not an easy stock to trade at all. This is really not, this is the deep end of the swimming pool. If you can't swim, you got to stay out of the pool. But overall, what I'm seeing here is positive, and I do suggest that people take a look as well at the Nvidia video that I'm posting now, because I do think that stock is going to be breaking into new all time highs here, and I think that when that does happen, I think there's going to be a lot of excitement that's directed at companies like Supermicro and Broadcom, Qualcomm, even probably Palantir. Maybe AMD has been declining recently. Like maybe that'll start to move higher. But I do think that all of these stocks are going to go along for the ride. They're going to be right on that train as well with Nvidia, sort of making these surging moves higher. Yesterday, Nvidia did see some fairly deep losses, so I think that it's going to get volatile here. It's going to be a little bit shaky territory. But overall, here, I do think that we're going to be looking at new highs, probably for all of these stocks. So just to sort of quickly look at the indicator reading here, just to see what signals we can come up with here. We do have some positive momentum readings that can be seen here on a couple of different time frames here. That's a little bit of a break there, I suppose. But you did have a little bit of upward price movement there as well. For the most part, I guess you can say there's a little bit of downside momentum here, but that's really not. That's pretty much those are pretty much similar highs here. I would actually remove this. Yeah, I don't think there is negative momentum here at the moment. So, this more short term uptrend line here, bullish momentum looks like it's breaking at the moment, but you still have this longer term trend line here, and I think that this kind of coincides with the ascending trend line from that ascending triangle pattern. So I think these are sort of matching up here pretty well with each other. So, overall, I do think that this is a positive price movement here. And I actually think that we're in for some fireworks here over the next 2 weeks, week or 2 weeks here, because I believe Nvidia is going to be posting new highs. It could be a rocky move higher. It might not be so easy. Yesterday was a perfect example of this because I think it lost about $10 in share price value or something like that. It was a pretty major decline in a short period of time. So it might not be the easiest road higher here, but I expect to see new all-time highs with Nvidia, and I definitely think that this is going to support Supermicro and Cent share prices through this level. So hopefully people were able to average down a bit in these lower levels because you will be paid off. You will be paid for your struggle here. Because this might have created share price opportunities that wouldn't have been available otherwise. Next level to the top side, I would be watching comes in right around 54.70. If we are able to make a convincing break above the $50 level, and it could be a fairly substantial move higher here, as long as Nvidia continues to move on this bull run. So here's the current update for Supermicro Computer, stock ticker SMCI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.